Hello, so today I'm in Prague. I just survived a 6-hour train ride. It started off with sitting in a seat, then being kicked off the seat, then sitting on the floor, then being kicked off the floor, and then having to stand up for the other like 5 hours of the train journey. So that was pretty grueling. I'm here, checked into my hostel. I've already paid for it, so I'm in a top bunk, unfortunately, but it's okay. This hostel is very promising. It looks like it's going to be a lot better than the other hostels I've been in. It's a lot more social, so we'll see how it goes. Right now, the main goal is to grab food and to grab some just food. As with all the new cities that I go to and new countries, I have to find out what stores are supermarkets, where I can get fresh produce, and where I can buy essentials like milk and cereal and all that stuff to then take back to the hostel. Alright, so I found a restaurant. This is its name. Jim Cheng. What a good last name that is. No bias whatsoever. And so I figured I might eat here. I got some a red curry. I added rice, fries, and I got some dumplings and a soft drink. So hopefully that quenches my thirst and my hunger, and then I can go out and be social, take a look around. Although I'm really tired, even though it doesn't seem like it. Sitting on a train for that long, just standing on a train as well, actually takes so much energy out of you. So yeah, the hostel was nice, so maybe I'll just go back to the hostel and relax. Alright, so the dumplings have arrived. Okay, so the fries to satisfy my Western appetite, and they have a red curry here, which I'm guessing is Thai or something, but close enough is good enough, right? Alright, so day number 1 in Prague. First things first, gotta find breakfast. I'm in the main street now, so I'm definitely not gonna find breakfast here, but there is a lot of construction going on. There's a lot of construction going on through the main street, so you can't easily cross over. But I'm sure if I head towards the old town, it'll get more expensive, but I need breakfast and I want to see the old town. So worst comes to worst, I just skip breakfast and I have lunch. So I'd say I'm well and truly in the old town now. Lots of relics, souvenir stores, myths and legends, all that type of stores. As in any city, there are a bunch of tourist traps and all that sort of stuff. People that try and usher you into their restaurants, lots of souvenir stores, marketplaces that, you know, seem cheap, but when you put it into a price converter, it's actually pretty expensive. I think $1 is like 70 cents, I think, or 7 cents. 70 cents, I think, yeah. But the architecture here is quite nice. Even in the supermarket and souvenirs shop, you've got all the souvenirs there. You got lots of alcohol and bottles and stuff. And then they have all of these hash brownies, cannabis, lozenges, weed buddies, euphoria lollipops, all of these cannabis products, and that's in every souvenir store. So now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a lot of Prague streets look quite similar. You've got the pastel colours, nice tall architecture, and the cobbled streets, quite narrow, and you can really get lost in them. You don't know where you've been before. I think before I just did a full loop, but I think now I'm heading towards some of the main attractions as such. I think back here and through this passageway is pretty dead. Not many shops or anything, and a lot of the shops are closed. It is a Monday morning and it is 10 a.m, so hopefully there's not too many tourists yet. Something that I think is a common theme amongst a lot of European cities is that because they're so old, There's always so many renovation projects going on. You saw it in the main street, you're seeing it here. Everything is being refurbished, renovated, redone, rebuilt, and I don't know if it's an eyesore, but I think of all the cities, Prague right now has the most construction going on. This is more the main street, I guess. Got some nice stone statues up there, gargoyles. I'm guessing that's some sort of church. Looks like an Orthodox church. You've got all the souvenirs along the main streets. The Thai massage, which is just another place for a brothel. You got the gifts, souvenir shops, gelato. Yeah, everything just touristy here. There are also quite a few people without houses. I didn't see that anywhere in Poland really, and especially not in Finland. But there does appear to be. As I walked out of the station, there were a lot of people just hanging around begging for money, which wasn't the best thing to walk into straight from the city of Poland. You can see the chimney cakes here, which I'll try later on. And here we are in probably what is really the main tourist part. Some sort of bridge. I'm sure there's history behind it, but ChatGPT will tell me. The main church. This is apparently. That looks more Christian, I think, and that's Orthodox, and that's just sick. So what we've just walked under is called Old Town Bridge Tower, built to celebrate some sort of king, and through it we are met with a pretty astonishing view, like walking across the bridge. Quite nice, just sort of situated on the side of a hill next to a river. Very beautiful. And of course there's your tourist traps and whatnot, all that stuff. Get your portrait done here. Quite nice. Now I'm not expecting the other side of Prague Bridge to look different, but it might. They have another tower there. They have a castle over there and some sort of timepiece over there as well. So we'll go ahead and check them all out and see what there is to see. Now the number one thing I'd say I've seen is people with earbuds in, because they have tour guides and all the tour guides have their little earphones, AirPods plugged in to their phone, of which they are receiving information of what is what. They have lots of the chimney towers. Oh, it does smell so good though. I might have to pop into the grocery store to grab some water. Yeah, see, they've got weed shops everywhere. That's a weed shop right there, next to the souvenir shop, which also had weed in it. I wouldn't be surprised if I found weed in here. So for someone in my situation who has to be stingy, Prague has actually been very commercialized. Even to walk into a church, you have to pay 4 or 5 euros, and it's ridiculous. Like the national chimney tower cake, whatever. I looked at it. It was just $10 for it. It's just ridiculous. Obviously, I have to buy one, and that's the experience that I think a lot of travelers have. They're here in Prague. They may as well. But it's quite expensive. Just coming from Poland, I guess doesn't have as many tourists, but it looks like that Prague is actually built on tourists. The whole economy is financed by tourists. All tours walking around. It's really rare to see someone just walking around without a tour or in a massive group of people. Not to mention the amount of souvenir shops and everything. To put in perspective just how many tourists are here, that group over there that I'm pointing the camera at, the tour guide is holding a Bhutan, so a Bhutanese flag, and all of them are from Bhutan, some really small country, and there's like 50 of them here in Prague. That's crazy. Alright, so I just ordered a omelette for €9, so like, oh, that's actually a lot more than I thought it was. I'm not expecting much, so we'll see what it looks like when it arrives. To put this in perspective, 198 Czech krona is $14. You get maybe what, 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bread, and I don't even know if that's a salad, mate. That's kind of atrocious, not gonna lie. But I don't know what, it's kind of exactly what I expected, and it's food, so gotta guzzle it down, and then we move forward from there. We'll see how it is. So yeah, breakfast was good. Happy with that breakfast. According to local prices though, it is through the roof, outrageous. But it's like you sit down at a cafe, like especially the cafe that I worked at, you know, an omelette could set you back 15, 16, 17 bucks. With Sunday surcharge and all that stuff, you could almost pay 17 bucks for an omelette. So 12 Australian, 13 Australian dollars, it ain't too bad. It is still overpriced, yes, but it's convenient. It's close to the castle, which I'm heading towards now, and it means that I didn't have chimney cake for breakfast, which would have been atrocious. Alright, so just walking up towards the castle now, and we're greeted with stunning and beautiful view over the whole of Prague city. That is ridiculous. That's picturesque right there. Got a Starbucks cafe on that rooftop over there, and then they've got that view over there. I think that's waving over there is the American flag. I don't know why, but it's waving, that's for sure. And of course, tourists. I have a feeling that this, because it's a Monday after all the holidays and stuff, this isn't as crowded as it normally would be. Maybe this isn't the main attraction, but it sure as hell looks pretty good. So here's the old castle, and probably the royal something or other, because they've got guards with sunglasses on, which is pretty crazy. Doesn't really look sunny either, but oh well. Let's see how much the damage is if we go in. I'm gonna guess €10. Alright, here we are in the courtyard. Lines of people everywhere. Massive groups of people everywhere. Seems like a bit more touristy. Got fountain, spurting water everywhere. Flags being put up to say, oh, come here for the tourists, and all that stuff. Definitely looks still militarily active, because they've got the army guys walking there, whatnot. And police. And this seems like the main attraction. Ah, yes. Very beautiful, very gothic. So
So this is the line to get into the church. So it goes right around. Still going. Still going. I think only one or two people get in each sort of minute or such. So yep, still going. It's wrapping quite the way around. Yep, the line is still going. That's crazy. It's gonna be like an hour wait to see inside a church or whatever it is. We even got a restaurant. Still going. Yep. Still gone. That is one hell of a long line. It's almost gone. Yep. And we're gonna join here. Just kidding, we're not joining that line. What a waste of time that is. I'll just look up on Google what it looks like. A nice, much smaller one over there. Cafes, of course. If I really wanted to live like a Czech, then I'd have to buy a beer and get sculling. But it's too early for me. I'm not gonna start drinking at 11 o'clock in the morning. And that's the back of the church, or castle, whatever it is. It's probably like every other church / castle I've seen in Europe. And I think I'm done with the castle. Tickets were like 15 euros. Ridiculous stuff. And it only gets you into a few places, so I thought, why not? I don't need it really. Popular lookout spot, I guess. Can't even be bothered. I know what it looks like already. Load of bollocks. I'm sure it's just as good as a view. I can't tell. Can't even see it. Too short. Yeah, that'll do. And there's also a beaver here. Oh, crikey, that's a bit close. Walking over the different bridge, heading back towards the main centre of Prague. Maybe I'll try a chimney cake. I would like to see if I can acquire one for less than $10. That's the goal right now. Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. I really doubt it, but $10 is a lot to spend on a hollow cake. But in the spirit of being a tourist, it's not even local to Czech people. It's local for tourists. I don't know if that's even a thing, but yeah. God, there are also a lot of Dutch people here as well. Dutch, German, and funnily, not really British people so far, more Americans. But yeah, I'm sure later tonight when I go out to a pub, there'll be more Americans. I don't know what's going on over here, but it looks important and it seems to be a lot of people. Like a lot of people. Jesus. Just gotta make sure my wallet doesn't go missing. Oh, are you kidding? We're all watching a clock? Is that it? Far out, man.
Well, it's 11 o'clock where you are, isn't it? 12 o'clock. Boring actually, but have a look, see that.
What a load of bollocks this is.
Alright, this is a vlog entry for the second day in Prague. Yeah, I'm very sick. Yesterday night, I definitely regret having that alcohol. I was cold, I was hot at the same time, I couldn't sleep. Any parts of my body were boiling and the other parts were really cold. I had a massive headache. Just overall terrible. It's 15:26 and I haven't been out of bed all day. I went down to grab breakfast, have some fruit, and been drinking lots of water. Just resting up really the whole day. It's just been terrible. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I've got one more day tomorrow to rest up, and then I'm traveling to Checkia, and then off to Munich. So hopefully, maybe I just stay in Checkia. It's just a small town, so maybe I can rest up there. Hopefully it gets better tomorrow. I doubt it though. So Prague has been a bit of a waste for me, but we'll see. Just need to eat more and see how we go.
Alright, so definitely feeling a little bit better now, but we've been walking to some sort of horror bar. I'm with
Ash.
hang on 1 second.
Oh, the vlogging started.
Oh, there we go.
With Ash, who is from
York.
York, and
Poppy.
from
Nottingham.
Nottingham, lovely. We're in this horror bar from TikTok. Yeah. I'm definitely not drinking alcohol. Yeah.
We're in this
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Yeah, I know. I had a baguette, which is alright. Alright, so it's my last day in Prague. I'm going to the train station now. Last night was good, it was fun. I went to a party club, Duplex, is a very big one. Regarding my sickness, drinking yesterday definitely did not help. My headache is gone, which is good. I don't really have a runny nose or anything, but my stomach really aches. I'm beginning to think it wasn't like a flu or something. It was just like something I ate, because otherwise I'd be sick for a lot longer. But it's okay. I think the fact that I drank a lot yesterday is holding back the recovery efforts a little bit, but it's no problem. I'm only going to be in Prague once or twice. My immune system will deal with it, I think, quickly, hopefully, anyway. But yes, last night was wonderful. My stomach today is churning quite loudly. Maybe it's empty. I haven't eaten a lot over the last few days. I've eaten very, very little. So I need to buy some stuff to eat on the train, and I'll go over my thoughts of Prague. I'm heading to a place called Checkia. It's a very small town, meant to be picturesque. I'll see how it is. I also might need a haircut there as well. I'm getting sick of this long hair. I want to get back to the mullets again. So I have a short layover in the middle of nowhere, someplace called Tabor. 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 I have no idea where it is. On the way to another town where I have no idea where it is. It just looks pretty cool. So that's that, isn't it? I do want to get something to eat, but there's a nice park here, so looks very nice, pretty cool, relaxing, just what I need. Hopefully the accommodation lets me check in early, I can shower and go to sleep. But we gotta get something to eat first and take more of those charcoal tablets. I don't know what they do, but I don't know if they're helping yet, but we shall see. yeah. Look at that. This is going on my vlog. You're gonna introduce yourself to my vlog.
Bro, what do you want me to say?
Your name and where you're from.
Bro, my name is Jonas. I'm from Norway, Stavanger, and I'm here in Checkia to meet with Tipsy.
Yes, Tipsy, yeah.
And we're gonna eat this beautiful, beautiful dinner.
Look at that. I don't know what it is, but
We don't have the garlic sauce. We don't have the garlic sauce.
that looks something like garlic.
That's not garlic sauce.
Who knows, mate? Let's just tuck in and we'll deal with that later, yeah? Alright, so we woke up, still feeling very sick. Bit of a headache. The gut really hates me, apparently. Yeah, still not going good there. But we gotta go get something in our system, in our stomach to fuel fighting off this whatever it is. Yeah. In the hostel alone, other bloke checked out. This is a pretty good, decent hostel here. Nice woman running it too. Outside, very nice view. We have a nice courtyard. Look at this, mate. We got a kitchen in there as well. Like, pretty good hostel. Just not very many people. So we're gonna head outside and take a look at the town, I guess. Yeah. It just gives off a nice towny vibe. Obviously, always got tourists and stuff, but the colours of the buildings are striking. I think this is a town square right now. There's a few museums, obviously, and all that sort of stuff. Got a nice town square centerpiece. Some markets, restaurants everywhere, of course. And yeah, there's that information place. It's quite nice. Still quite populated by, well, tourists, but there were quite a few locals last night. But yeah, cars here as well. Some streets, the cars are a very tight squeeze, but yeah, no wide or big cars here really. Maybe this place would be good for me to eat in. I don't know, it's a cheese place. Nice sweet shop. It's this is Sweet Treasure. It's a very common theme in Austria. No, where are we? Czechia. There's the church. Just walking through the streets is nice. It's a nice break. Everything's a bit of an old town, you know. And we have up there some sort of castle, I guess, or timepiece. But it has everything a town needs, so it's a nice place to live, actually. Just nice, relaxed lifestyle. Just at the bottom, or near the bottom of the castle now, and it's quite a beautiful scene. Seeing the castle on the rock, some nice restaurants and whatnot, and wow, some very beautiful views. Just coming up along the bridge here. And that is a picturesque view over there. There's nothing like insanely picturesque about it. It's just relaxing, calming, perfect. It's very hard to describe why it's picturesque, but you just know it is. Probably probably makes no sense at all, but it is what it is. And then looking back on the city, just nice. Going through the castle gates, I'm guessing, up to the castle. Follow the tourists, I guess. There's an outdoor. And just looking outside the town, up there are just forests. So we really are in a town and quite isolated, about an hour away from like the nearest sort of town, or that's by public transport, but by car it's probably like 30 minutes. I don't know what we're looking at here, but what are we looking at? Wow. Yep, so over there, the camera probably doesn't pick it up very well, but that's a bear. Yeah, well that's a pretty good castle defense, bears. That'll about do it, wouldn't it? Oh, that's how my stomach is really hurting again. Hopefully it's just channel the energy that she'll be right and I'll get over it, but I might have to book another day at the hostel just to sort of relax a bit more, because I'm not going to be able to go to... I'm going to Austria next, so... But this seems like the perfect little place to sort of relax. Everything's pretty close by, not very much walking. So, hopefully it's okay. Well, it's turned 12 o'clock, I don't know if you can hear that. I have some bells going and a trumpet sounding, so pretty fun, isn't it? Oh, right, okay, so walking up here, I think that's going to go into the castle garden or something. Hopefully it'll be okay. Probably a good view over the city as well. The first little section of the castle. Pretty nice roofs, whatnot. Second little section of the castle. I've got a toilet here, which I may have to utilise in a second. €1, fair dinkum. Oh yeah. Maybe not. Maybe later. Jesus, they're really out of charge. Gift shop, yeah, fair. Wow. Really in Rivendell now, isn't it? Look at that. And then on the other side, got the white smoke coming out. I don't know if that's for the Pope, but the massive tower or bridge, sorry, that we crossed before. And then just here, the windowsill, looking up and out over the city. How beautiful is that? Well, this looks like the photo spot. Spot for a nice sit down drink. Have a good time with tourists and stuff. God, it just gets better every time you look, eh? So these are the castle gardens. Quite nice. And I notice in fields everywhere in Checkia, filled with these yellow, what are these, dandelions? I don't know what they are, but they're very nice. Even got bumblebees. Bumblebees doing their work. Yep, not getting stung by one of them. I don't know if they sting. Hopefully they don't. It's a great thing about not being in a big city. You can just relax. No hustle and bustle right now. Just bird noises, the sound of the river stream. A few cars, but not that many. What day is it today? Probably like a Thursday, Friday? I think it's a Friday. Okay, noted, don't walk backwards, that hurts a lot. Well, here we have the garden, the royal garden, or the castle garden, I should say. Quite nice. For myself, the ice cream as well. It's yogurt, so it should be probiotic or whatever, something good for my gut, I hope, whatever. But I need soup and I need food. So I'll do the garden, sit down and eat. Got nice like lavender flowers over there. Very well kept hedges. Oh jeez. Alright, so I've made good use of the bathroom. Now here good view obviously, sitting in the castle area. I ordered a spaghetti bolognese, a potato soup and a hot chocolate, so hopefully I feel better about that, I don't know, and can make it back to the hostel. Alright, here we've got the spaghetti bolognese, nice garnishing with parmigiano on top. I guess there is a fork. Oh. Looks alright. It is quite a bit of a small portion though, I must say, for it to take 25 minutes to come out, but it is what it is. I'm sure it'll taste good. Very beautiful. Alright, so I've eaten, I've gone outside, walked around a bit. Now the plan is to go back to the hostel, shower, have a nice cup of hot tea, and lie in bed for the rest of the day if I don't cough my lungs out. And yeah, going down really hurts. If in doubt, ask ChatGPT what to do, right? I know. I think I'll just go to sleep. It's better when I'm lying down, so can't be that bad. If it only hurts at certain angles, it's like when your phone only charges at certain angles. It's like that, but with my stomach. The town looks very nice and all, and I'd love to have been healthy to be here, but no, I've got to stay inside a lot. Yeah. So I'm gonna make my way back to the hostel now, leaving the. Oh, such a nice day as well. Oh well. Bugger. I'm in a little off section outside the castle, and they have these sort of chain nets here, and I think that's from frisbee golf, which is interesting because there's like 5 or 6 of them that I've seen throughout the town, just outside the castle. Looks very nice. Oh. If I don't think about it, it's not there. That's the mentality I gotta take. Alright, so it's Saturday, which means it's checkout day. Still an empty room. I was gonna book another couple days in the room, but it is a bit expensive, so I've opted to travel back to a town pretty close by, Checkia. I've no idea, but it's the main central hub. It has an airport in there, so if I need to fly back, I can fly back. And if all goes well and I do recover, then I will go to Munich. But to get to Munich, it's quite difficult and quite arduous. So I'm gonna go to Salzburg, tick off another country or part of another country anyway, and then go from Salzburg to Munich, and then hopefully from Munich to Nuremberg, and then Dresden, and then Berlin. But I know I've got to be in Berlin by this weekend, so hopefully all goes well. I can always skip things and whatnot. I'm not too worried about that because Germany's just so close to the Netherlands. I can do it anytime. So yeah, that's the plan. I've got to find out if there's a bus I need to take or how regular it is, and try and get on that bus. So I'm here in the main town square. I don't know what's going on, but something is. So I'm here in the main town square, and I don't know what's going on, but something definitely is. They've got all these vehicles out. Pretty cool. And they've got a band playing as well from the local school, which I'm guessing. This is quite nice. It's like from Kelly's Heroes or something. I managed to order before I even sat down, so I got my meal pretty quickly. 2 eggs, baked beans, tomatoes, a sausage, and some bread to go with it to fill me up. I've already eaten a banana. Let's see how this English breakfast goes. It's been so hard to find an English breakfast anywhere, really. I have my own bottled water, so I don't need to spend more money on that. It should be about $14, which is pretty good, to be honest. So I can't check into my hostel until 4 o'clock, which is crazy. So the bus dropped me off at the top of a mall, which is where the central bus station here is. Sat around for a bit, had a look around. This is like maybe the suburb of where I live. Like it's pretty out of the way of anything. It's nowhere near the big city. I just decided I was going to try and get a sandwich, but there weren't really any good sandwich shops here, so I just got some udon noodles and a tea. It was 225 Czech, which is like $18 maybe. Let me check. It was $16. I tried to go to the supermarket, but it just wasn't going to happen. So it is what it is. We paid the $16 and we move forward. The stomach still definitely does hurt, not as badly though. No more blood coming out, which is good, I guess. Fingers crossed. Hopefully the 2 days here do be good. After I stay here, I'm hoping to go to Salzburg in Austria, and then from Salzburg go to leave here on Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in Salzburg. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in Munich, and then hopefully I can get a train on Friday from Munich to Berlin pretty quickly. So we'll see how it goes. The trains in Germany are very high speed, but I've heard that they're a bit unreliable, so maybe I go the day before because I am meeting someone in Berlin. So hopefully we get there on time. Here it is. The soup broth is delicious. Don't need any of the vegetables, I won't eat it. There's an egg there which I'll eat. But the noodles and the broth are what I'm after, to be honest. And I've got the nice cooling black tea. I'll stay here for an hour and a half or something and just sort of slurp this up bit by bit. It'll cool down a bit more, and then I'll check into the hostel and have a shower and probably grab something to snack on and go to bed. So I've arrived at my hostel and the city's empty, man. This whole city is empty. There's like a few cars driving around. It's only 4 o'clock. Everything's closed. This thing doesn't even open till 4 o'clock, and the lady just arrived, so there was no chance of an early check-in. I ended up just sitting on the step watching doom scroll. Yeah, but the whole city's empty. You don't see really anyone walking about. It's just sort of derelict, to be honest. But hopefully we get to the room and we see how it is, eh? And as expected, this whole place is empty. Got the whole place to myself. And I've chosen this bed here. Looks nice. And I have a nice view of the street. Good, bottom bunk, nice and tucked away in a corner. Nice and safe, have a bit of fun in it. And we've got these big lockers as well. Nice. Alright, so it's about 8 o'clock and I'm just going to start heading off and trying to find some place to either eat dinner or a grocery store. The city here is very relaxed, nonchalant, pretty dead. There's not much to do here, and it's pretty much just walking everywhere, trying to find some place to eat, and maybe I need to fill up on some water again as well. Don't really like drinking tap water. I'm happy to pay a couple bucks or something for some water. Probably definitely overpaying, but it is what it is, isn't it? Alright, so I've got dinner, my microwave pasta. I've got a packet of chips and some orange juice. I took a look around, there were not very many options. And I'm still feeling a bit sick. Not that this is going to help, but it's the only thing that's around. Another interesting observation is that a lot of people here don't speak English. So you go into a restaurant and say, any food, and they won't be able to understand you at all. In fact, I think a lot of people outside Prague don't really speak English, apart from like the touristy places. Yeah, this isn't a very touristy place, but I like it for that. It's nice, relaxing, calming. It's just a nice feel. You don't have anyone here talking English at all. Everyone here is a local, whereas if you go to Prague, everyone there is a tourist. So, yeah. We'll see how this pops out the microwave and gobble it up. Wash the spoon extra well because the sink here, the kitchen here at the hostel, seen better days, mate. There's that cup that's been there for like days. People haven't washed any of that up. I'm not drinking out of any of them. The hob is there. The washing and laundry machine there as well, and they've got people drying their stuff right here as well. So decent view down the street though. Don't know what else much to say. I guess get ready for dinner and brush my teeth, go to bed. Hello, it is a beautiful Sunday morning. I am in the town of Checkia, Budavich, something or other. It's very small and feeling a lot better now. However, I think all the supermarkets and stuff are closed, so I don't know how I'm going to get food as such. Everything here is closed. There's actually nothing's open. This is a Sunday morning. Closed. Everything along here is closed. H&M is closed. Only a couple people on the street. It's crazy. Maybe everyone's at church. Who knows? Well, I can't ask anyone because no one here speaks English, so there's that too, and I'm not bothered to use Google Translate. That looks like a mall as such, so maybe some stuff will be open in there, hopefully. So, just about to eat dinner, and if we focus on this, from the top, it looks like the most depressing looking lasagna, and I bet it tastes about as good as it looks. Let's give it a whirl. It's as you could think, it's a microwaved lasagna, so I'm not expecting much, but let's give it a go. Yeah, it about lives up to it, to be honest.